Ohio Democratic Congressman Greg Landsman joins me now here in the wall. Congressman, great to see you. The president said a lot of things at the United Nations General Assembly. Take your pick.
I just think, overall, it's just confusing. I mean, you want a president, or at least we've always had a president, and you want to continue to have presidents who provide direction and clarity and vision every day, right? It's reassuring, and it helps us understand where we're going and how we're going to get there and what we need and all those things. And to have him go to the UN and just be all over the place it's frustrating, and I think it's frustrating to people whose, work and lives are on the line, particularly folks in, the Middle East and in Ukraine.
The president said recognizing a Palestinian state that does not yet exist is a reward to Hamas. Do you agree?
I don't know if it's a reward to Hamas. I mean, certainly it's something that suggests, hey, if you invade another country and brutally murder innocent people, there may be a reward at the end of a long war. So in that sense, sure. The challenge here is you want our commander-in-chief, our leader, to be very clear about what needs to happen, because most people do believe in a two-state solution. They need to understand, as they probably do, that that's something that gets negotiated between the Palestinians and the Israelis, that there has to be clarity on the borders, on who's in charge. Is it a legitimate governing authority? What are the security arrangements? All of those things have to be part of the process, and that can only happen when the war's over, the hostages have been returned, and there's a coalition of countries, the United States, Israel, and these Arab countries that are done with Hamas that rebuild Gaza and can get us back to a place where we're negotiating. That's leadership and vision and clarity. He's not offering that.
Do you detect what Ed O'Keefe and I detected, that in this social media post from the president about Ukraine, there might be something approximating a tectonic shift in administration policy?
Yes, but there's always a big shift in policy. That's part of the chaos. It's part of the frustration for those of us who really believe that this all has to be run well, right? Like, government needs to be run well, and it needs to be run by people who are serious and are surrounded by serious people. I hope this is a new direction where he's going to stand beside our allies, as we always have, and push Putin back. But it's a sentence so far, or a couple of sentences, no real clarity on the strategy, and he's obviously not doing that in partnership with our allies. But if that's what happens, that's great.
How do you evaluate, Congressman, what the president said about renewable energy, climate change, and migration globally?
Well, he said in his opinion, so it's true in his opinion that may be true.
Meaning true to him.
True to him, sure, but it's not true. And people know it's not true. We know, most people know we have a serious crisis on our hands all over the world, and here we have these severe weather events all the time now, and it's costing local folks a lot of money. I mean, in Cincinnati, we have these massive rain events where hillsides slide into roads. You got sewer backups. They want leaders who take in an all of the above energy policy, including renewables. Like China, we need to be competitive with China. China does all of the above, and we have to as well. We have to get serious about meeting the energy needs of the country and addressing climate change. And there's huge bipartisan opportunities here. I'm on the Energy and Commerce Committee. We want to get this done. The problem is there isn't leadership at the top.
And when the president says migration is ruining Europe and changing countries there into unrecognizable forms, how do you evaluate that?
I guess he's good at telling us what the problem is. He's bad at solving it, right? There's clear pathways to solving immigration, border security issues. We have a bipartisan agreement on border security, a durable border security, on immigration reform, reforms to the asylum process, pathways for folks to come here and work. We have bipartisan support for that. The challenge is we don't have the leadership at the top from the White House to get those things done. So he likes to and has gotten good at telling people what the problem is and doing so in a way that's very divisive, which does not help the United States of America or the world, and not following any of that up with a solution or a set of solutions that bring people together to get something done.
Ohio Democratic Congressman Greg Landsman. Congressman, I appreciate the time. Thanks.